2 years ago, when I first drove BMW i8, it amazed me, it blew me away. To this day, whenever someone asks me what car would I get if money was no object, I usually reply, BMW i8. But would I really want a car like this?
Let's be honest, a sports car for €134,000 plus options is way above my budget, no matter what financing I get. I also can't afford a used one because, number one, it's no longer under warranty, well, except for batteries, which should not be an issue. Number two, the cheapest used i8s I found in Europe still cost around €90,000. And number three, 3 years after debut, i8 badly, oh so badly, needs a mid-cycle refresh. You don't buy this car to drive it on the track. I tried and it's not made for it. i8 is great on long, fast corners, but the tighter the bend, the more it is out of its depth. That said, you won't really notice unless you live somewhere in alpine regions.
So why does one buy a car like this? Surely not to remain anonymous. i8 still attracts a lot of attention. People turn their heads, take photos, and I'm not surprised. The only real difference between the production version and the vision-efficient dynamics concept is lack of transparent doors. Probably exhibitionists buying i8s wouldn't mind, but it's probably not very good for safety. Anyway, i8 is a pretty much unaltered wind tunnel project.
For me, the i8 is a middle finger to all sports cars with big engines. BMW i8 is faster from 0 to 100 km per hour than E90 M3. Yes, the V8 one. And you know what I've got behind me? Besides 2 seats for very small dogs, it's a 1.53 banger from a Mini, albeit turbocharged like mad. But still, it's a Mini engine. In total, I have 362 horsepower to play with, 4.4 seconds from 0 to 100 km per hour, and realistic fuel consumption around 6 liters per 100 kilometers combined. Realistic, because 2.1 BMW claims is a purely theoretical figure. In the morning, I can silently sneak out from home and then race from the lights. And there is going to be some racing involved, trust me. By the way, how does it feel when your Golf GTI gets creamed by a 3-cylinder hybrid?
But 3 years since its debut, i8 is starting to age rapidly, not outside, but inside. I always thought i8 interior was underwhelming. Virtual instrument cluster okay, infotainment screen okay, but regular gear selector, a couple of buttons, and useless cubbies, no frills. In a €140,000 car, I'd like to have at least one USB port powerful enough to charge a modern smartphone, which, by the way, I have no place to stow because this car still gets an old phone holder, which is not big enough for a 5-inch plus device. Where's fast charging? Where's wireless charging? Where's decent range? Because 20 or so kilometers this car can drive in electric mode doesn't impress anybody these days.
Now that I've spent more time with the i8, I am pissed off about this seat being too high. Yes, it is really too high. I am also annoyed by the boot heating up too much. Okay, it's next to the engine, but still. And I'm also irritated by the fact that a lot of this precious cargo space is occupied by charging cables. Guys, when designing an EV or a PHEV, think about the cables they are going to be carried around. I hope BMW will refresh the i8 soon and hopefully not spoil it along the way. This car doesn't need more power. What it needs is up-to-date or even futuristic infotainment and greater range. So far, BMW teases the i8 Roadster launch in 2018, and I guess this will be a good opportunity to introduce some changes. Meanwhile, I am torn. i8 or maybe the most basic 911. I recently ran the configurator on it, and I'm looking for 120 grand. Hashtag first world problems.